Sage is fighting the fight. He has fought cities. He has fought counties, politicians, naysayers. Hell, he's even fought mayors.
Thank you for listening to Sage and the Houseless Movement, a weekly show dedicated to the news and views of the homeless locally and worldwide.
And all other things considered homeless?
Yes. Broadcasting live from your Alexa device, the Radio Free Network app, iOS, WMBU.org, Many Voices United, and the RadioFreeNetwork.com. And now, from some wooded area in Akron, Ohio, here is Sage the Rage Lewis.
We're going into Thanksgiving week. I like Thanksgiving food. Are you a fan? I think it gets a bad rap. I think a lot of people are like, Thanksgiving food. But I love it all. I love the gravy. I love the stuffing. I love the turkey. Oh, I love those green beans that they put the stuff on top of them. I love it all. I love it all. It's good stuff, man. It's giving season. I don't know why, but you all get givey this time of year. I think you're in the mood when you're like you're thankful, you're happy, and then you want to give. I mean, why is it that everybody wants to give? They've done studies. Most of the giving happens at the end of the year. Now, I do think there are tax benefits to give it. Like, people are like, oh man, I made so much money this year, I got to offload some of this crap money to a charity so I don't have to pay so many taxes, which is great. I love that. I love that about the American system, that you can do tax write-offs to give. Like, for example, the food bank, when you're, if you become a partner of the food bank and you give food, like it's a restaurant or a grocery store, they're always telling you, you're like, write that off, man. Just write it off. You can write it off as a loss. And then they're like, so they got that. So they play into the tax write-off thing that business people love. And then they're like, look, in Ohio, there's a Good Samaritan law. You can't get hurt. You can't get sued for, giving people bad food. As long as you don't knowingly give them bad food, there's a whole law. And so the food bank has done a wonderful job of playing into easing people's fears and playing into their love of writing shit off. So that's great. It's great. I love it. I love it. I love, like, when people figure out how to maneuver the system for good. I love it. I love it. I love the tax write-off idea. That's a super duper idea. But then I do think most people aren't writing off stuff. Most people aren't writing off crap. They don't know how to do it. It's too much boring paperwork. They just like to give. They like to give. And they like to give during the holiday season. They like to give. So, like, for example, let me pull your heartstrings. This just came over here in Akron. 8-year-old boy dies in house fire early Thursday in Akron's Kenmore neighborhood. 8-year-old boy died in a fire at his home early this morning. Kenmore, low income. $5 says is an African-American kid. 8-year-old boy. Not getting Thanksgiving turkey, not going to get presents from Santa. It's done. It's over. Right? Crushes your heart, doesn't it? Crushes my heart. Fire happened 4 a.m. 21. Okay, look, let's go there. We can look it up. 2164 11th Street Southwest. All right, we'll go look at the house. There we go. There it is. There's the house. You want me to Zillow how much it's worth? Sure, I'll Zillow it for you. Let's see. Realtor.com. I don't know. Will they tell me? It's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. Estimated home value $93,000, which is really low income right now in Akron. Hi, Sandy. I know, right? It's sad. Isn't it sad? Low income. Let me give you some more sad. Let's go more sad. I don't know why you guys want to have your heart broken. Here's another one. But look, happy. Lee family lost their house, 6 kids, and a single mom. That's their dining room right there. That's it. That's it. Everyone lived. All the humans lived. The first grade, I think a girl, my wife was talking to her, said, I think my kitties are still in there. I'm not sure if they got burned up. First grader said that. The 8-year-old. The 8-year-old. This kid didn't make it. The 8-year-old in this family made it. You know what the mom's doing? The mom, in all of her suffering, in all of her stress and sadness, goes over to that house, puts out food and milk for the kiddies. So she can tell her daughter, well, maybe they'll come back. Those kiddies aren't coming back. Right before the holiday season. Now, why is it that we see these house fires during the holiday season? Pandora needs electricity. Okay, Jim, I gotcha. Maybe a generator like you did last year. Yeah, I gave a generator away last year and it got stolen. They literally cut down the tree, Jim. I chained a generator to a tree and the chain was so good they cut down the tree to steal the generator. I'm not doing generators this year. Yes, Pandora needs electricity. Pandora isn't an 8-year-old kid, but Pandora is a woman, I believe, from the military. I think. I can't remember if she is in the military or not. Has no electricity. It is currently 42 degrees and raining. Do you know how many people in your city don't have electricity? Don't have any running water? Jim says people stealing from each other sucks. It does suck. Does suck. Sucks. It all sucks. 8-year-old kid dying in a fire in your city. In my case, it's in Akron. But if you're in a city, I guarantee that's happening in your city. Happens in all the cities, all the time. The Lee family, 6 kids. The Lee family is, Michelle, hi. The Lee family is going to be my focus over Thanksgiving week. The reason is because the money's going to go to a good cause that's going to make you feel good. A lot of times, you give money and it helps for a minute and then you fall right back. The Lee family, a single mom, African American, whether or not, give them my prayer, dear God. Yes, we will. It's good to see you, Michelle. This is not a homeless family. These are not chronically homeless people. This mom has 6 kids. She drops the kids off to school. She does home health care all day. So she works because you guys love to see people grinding out an income. Desperate people just trying to survive, says Marion. That's right. So she works the entire day, and then she goes and picks up her kids and takes care of her kids at night. 6 kids. I believe it goes from first grade to a 16 or 17-year-old, I believe. They are an incredibly tight-knit family. Do you know where they're living right now? The Red Cross, which is an amazing service. When you have a house fire, the Red Cross comes in. Maybe you don't know this. And will give you a hotel. The Red Cross put 7 people in a dump hotel. I'm sorry, the place is a dump with 2 double beds. 7 people, 2 double beds in a dump for a week. Now, thank God she got that, because I'll tell you what, your government isn't coming to help you. If it wasn't for the good people to pay Red Cross, if Red Cross wasn't there, this woman, the Lee family, would be in their car. Because thank God she has a car. When Sandy says home healthcare workers are the best, hardest workers, taking care of the most vulnerable. I know. She's awesome. You would love Tiffany. You would love her. Now, I'm hoping to get some video of Tiffany. I don't know if I can or not because, I don't know if you heard, her house just burned down and she's living in a dump hotel with 7 people in a 2 double bed room. Okay? She's a little busy, but I would like to get her story because right now, her support thing is at $4,000. Now, look, I've raised money for people. I've raised money for pregnant women. I've raised money for veterans, and I will keep doing that. But I'm not going to just raise money for anybody, just anybody this holiday season. I am going to used car sales you the hell out of the Lee family this week. It's going to be give money to the Lee family all week next week. Just all week. If you haven't given to the Lee family and you know me, I'm knocking on your door and I'm coming. I'm going to be like, what do you have for the Lee family? You got a chicken? You got any soda pop you can donate? Everybody in my world is donating to the Lee family. Why? Because it's the feel-good story of the week. Because this woman is not on drugs. She's not chronically homeless, and I'm not. Now look, don't put words into my mouth. Don't be like, oh, now Sage doesn't like drug addicts and chronically homeless. No, but they're complicated. The rest of the year, I will talk to you about giving to difficult people. I'm in. Okay, this is what you're going to do, Michelle. I'm putting in the link right here. If you're inspired right now, you go right there and you give to this thing here. Next week, I'm going to start a Facebook fundraiser, but don't feel bad. You can give now, and then you can give more next week. Because I'll tell you what, I don't understand why God allows 8-year-old boys who were just a week away from getting turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes with their family, why God allows the 8-year-old boy to die in a house fire because he's poor. Because I'm sorry, that's the only reason he's dying. Because I'm sure what happened was they probably had electric heaters, for all I know. Their gas was turned off. I don't know what happened. The article says they don't know why the fire started. But fires usually start because of electric heaters because people don't have enough heat in their house. And then they get a bad, ugly, old Electric heater, fans also a common reason in the summertime. Fans, bad wiring. Do you know how many houses I have walked in? Do you know how many houses I have walked in and I have seen a cord for a fan or a heater that was cut, okay? I don't know why it got cut, just got cut, and they screw it back together. Not taped, not certainly no clips. They just screw it back together so you have these exposed wires twisted together so that the heater will keep running because they're freezing to death. That is America, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to live in America and you love America, you got to hear the whole story. Now look, I do love America. I love being here. I love the craziness that are Americans. I love it all. But I am not blind to how the American system crushes the weak and the poor and the minorities and the Native Americans. And may I say, of the 110,000 fucking Japanese Americans stuffed in internment camps during World War II where they lost all their belongings. How about the 4,000 Native Americans that died on the forced march of the Trail of Tears? 15,000 Native Americans marched 800 miles. 4,000 of them died at the hands of the military. Look, I think America's good. I think the Catholic Church is good. I think Nazi Party was not good. I'm trying to think of anybody that really was not good. Nazi Party, bad move. Bad move. Nazi Party needed to go away. Yeah, right? I mean, right? Yeah, they were terrible. Nazi Party, too effective, too hateful. But all these other people are not innocent. What was it? 7,000 kids killed in North America or found in mass graves at the hands of these schools run by Catholics. Do you know about those? Do you know about those? I'm not looking it up. Not wasting your time. Go look it up. I heard it was 7,000 natives, of course, mostly in Canada, buried in mass graves at places where the Catholics said they were going to teach and take care of those kids. Put them in mass graves. Did you see this? How the hit? This came over this New York Times. This came over, last week. How the U.S. hit an airstrike that killed dozens of civilians in Syria. The military never conducted an independent investigation into the 2019 bombing on the last bastion of the Islamic State, despite concerns about a secretive commando force. There's the image. So what happened was, this was on November 13th. This article came over. So the U.S. was doing these military drones. They were wandering around up there. U.S. military drones circled high overhead, hunting for military targets, but it saw only a large crowd of women and children huddled against a riverbank. Then, without warning, an American F-15E. I don't even know what that thing looks like. Let me go see what those look like. I gotta go see what that looks like. That thing probably looks like hell on earth. A demon. A missile demon. Let me go see this thing. There you go. Wait, image. You see one of these coming? That's your death. That's the last thing you've seen. Right there. That guy coming for you, you're over. Game over. Done. The F-15E. The F-15E. Bam. Jet streaked across the drone's high-definition field of vision and dropped a 500-pound bomb on the crowd, swallowing it in a shuddering blast. As the smoke cleared, a few people stumbled away in search of cover. Then, a jet tracking them dropped one 2,000 bomb on them, killing most of the survivors. What? Holy shit. It was March 18, 2019. The U.S. military's busy Combined Air Operations Center at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. Uniformed personnel watching the live drone footage looked on in stunned disbelief. According to one officer, who dropped it? A confused analyst typed in a secure chat system, probably like Snapchat, being used by monitoring the drone. Two people who reviewed the chat log replied, "We just dropped on 50 women and children." The initial battle damage assessment quickly found the number actually was 70. It was like some super secret guy doing super secret shit that just overrid everything and just bombed the fuck out of those women and children. And then, if it wasn't bad enough, okay, if it wasn't bad enough that we did it, we then covered the fuck up. It's the cover up that always is the worst. So look. And this is just one. And this is one that they uncovered. Imagine all the cover-ups that were fully covered up. Imagine. Okay? If you are going to be a proud American, which I am, you have to own all of being an American, which includes being serial killers and brutal to people in their own country they don't like. Allow them to die freezing and exposed and unattended to. That's America. Okay? Now, I am in no way suggesting you just have to admit defeat. I am saying you don't have to burn America down like you had to with the Nazis. You don't have to burn down the Catholic Church like you did with the Nazis. The Nazis, you just can't reform those fuckers. You can't. They were too much. Nazis, good that we shut them down forever. But can America be reformed? Yes. And you know why I know? Because you live in America. And when people like you live in America, here, watch this. Watch me just refresh the screen. You see this? $4,005. This is what I started on. Watch. $4,055. In the time I've done this, I've been online for 23 minutes, another $50 just showed up. You see, you don't have to be an anarchist. You just have to be a reformer. Okay? Now, the problem is there is all these apologists for the system, usually in the form of conservatives, about people that don't want to talk about the bad stuff. They want to go back to America when America was great. Let's make America great by shutting the fuck up. Okay? Because this shit stresses them out, makes them sad. Think I'm not sad? You know why I yell and I get angry? Because if I was just allowed myself to be sad, I wouldn't be able to get out of bed. Yeah, this fucking shit sucks. But you know what? We have a moral responsibility living in a democracy or a republic or whatever the fuck you want to call it, to look at the truth and to change the truth, to make a new truth. Now look, I am not anti-conservative. In fact, I like a lot of what the fucking conservatives are doing. They get shit done. Us liberals just whine about shit all day. It's so tedious. I'm so tired of it. Keyboard warriors sending hearts and prayers all day and doing fucking fuck all. Michelle Miller, however, doing a lot, putting out these, Michelle, if you're still here, drop some links to your, never mind. I'm going to go over there. I'm going over right now. I'm going to go over. Look, Michelle Miller is putting up blessing boxes all over Akron. I think she just put up one. I think she put up one in Kenmore, where this boy died. Okay. Let's see. There it is. There it is. There it is. I will, I'm pretty sure you'll be okay with me sharing this post. Here, look at this beautiful thing. The Boggs Blessing Box. They're named Boggs Blessing Box. There was a guy in Kenmore, I believe. I can't remember his first name. Darius Boggs. Really good guy, apparently. Never had the opportunity. And so they have Michelle and some other people, another Michelle and some other people, they've put up 2 of these blessing boxes. The one by my building, of course, got destroyed. Good, Michelle. Yeah. Hope it's okay I'm showing this picture because, you know, my people are nut jobs. The good people in Kenmore will probably take care of their blessing box. This is the Boggs Blessing Box on the Boulevard. So the deal is, look at what they do. Look what this is. They make this beautiful little box. They put it on a beautiful little stand. And then people come by and put awesome stuff in it. It's great. It's great. You want to see my blessing box? Oh, there. We're back. Oh, you put it back. Yay. My blessing box, and that's in front of my building, of course, ended up on the fucking ground. Because my people are insane. I don't know who did it, but I quite honestly, my bet is it was probably a methed out insane person that probably felt the blessing box was a spy center tracking them or something. I don't know who killed my blessing box. But you know what? You can't keep Michelle down. She put that doggone thing back up on its perch. It's back up there, better than ever. You're the best, Michelle. The best. So, why do bad things happen? Why do bad things happen? Chances are it's just random luck. Just the world is not even cruel. It's just the world, and 8-year-old boys die for no reason. But I don't like to see it that way. I believe we are here to better ourselves. Obviously, I have no proof to this extent. It mostly just makes me feel better. Better than ever. Can't stop, won't stop. That is Michelle's quote. Can't stop, won't stop. That needs to go on a t-shirt. That is can't stop, won't stop. Bam! Bam! I love it. Can't stop, won't stop. That's a saying. I believe that suffering is here to make us better. Now, that's a sticky wicket that I just said. So are you saying, Sage, that 8-year-old African-American boys need to die in a fire so you can make yourself feel better? I don't know. But what I will tell you this is, tragedy is the terrible gift. It is the terrible gift. I don't know yet. This is where what I'm talking about right now is a very gray area in my belief system. What I believe. Because if I believe what I really believe, then the world is a terrible place. Isn't it? Because if this is a training ground to evolve innocent people are suffering at the hands of some sort of cruel overlord in order for me to evolve. In which case, honestly, I can't see how I wouldn't have a bone to pick with God. I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see me sitting up there with God being like, oh, God, I love you so much. You're so amazing. I'd be like, all right, God, we got to talk because the shit is fucked down there on earth. Okay? And if God says to me, look, Sage, I had to kill that 8-year-old boy in that fire so that people in your community would rally around his family and find love and hope and would transcend into a higher realm of consciousness. And I would say, fuck you and fuck the horse you came in on. That fucking shit is fucked up. That's what I would say to God. That's what I would say to God. But then God might say, look, man, I know it's bad, but there is something coming where we need you to be trained. So this is how I play in. So there's something in the universe called the Great Attractor, and there's all these galaxies being pulled to it, and we can't actually see it. It's hidden for some reason. I'm not going to get into the details, but there's a thing. You can Google it, the Great Attractor, and we're all being pulled to it. And I have this belief that we're all being trained. We're all being pulled to the Great Attractor because the universe is dying. Okay? The universe is dying, and we're all going to go into this place like in a couple billion years. We're going to all be there, and we're going to all be enlightened. And the societies that survive the trip, like we don't burn ourselves out and we don't all kill ourselves, the societies that make it will be super enlightened, super educated, super smart, and they will be all able to come together to save the universe. So, I mean, what about this? Imagine there's a trillion, gajillion, badillion, gabadibillion Earths. Biggest number in infinite Earths, -1. Let's say it's just this side of infinite. There's an actual number of them, Earths, but it's not totally infinite. It's just like -1. Infinite -1. Then who cares, right? If you're like, look, man, we are doing something here. We need super intelligent, super educated, super enlightened, super empathetic, super conscious beings for this fight that's going to be coming down in 2 billion years. And we have to do this. I know that the tragedy seems consequential to you, but for real, that 8-year-old boy I know is making you sad, but if you knew what was really coming, you would understand why we needed to do it. I don't know. Because why did that 8-year-old boy need to die in that fire? God, if God is all powerful, all knowing, why did God knowingly have to kill that boy? Why? I just keep coming back to the idea that it was needed. It was needed. And that's why me and God are going to have a bone to pick. I'm having a bone to pick with God right now. Listen, God, you better be right because this shit's fucked up down here. But the Lee family, let's see. Did it increase? Did it increase? Did it increase? Oh, it didn't increase in that amount of time. All right. Well, go over it. All right, look. The Lee family, everybody except the kitty cats lived. Do not buy them kitty cats just yet. Do not buy. I know you're gonna. Because you're that kind of people. The reason I don't advocate the destruction of the United States of America is because we have Michelle Millers in the house. We have countless people in the house. We have 47 people that donated to the Lee family in 2 days. 47 people. Elaine Priest, Joanna Cayley, Diana Miskinnis, Brendan Maynard, Kalia Long, Tia Murray, Monica Slayton. These are all public. I'm not hiding. Nordella Stockard, Tina Miles, Karen Lacey. Now look, these people would probably be embarrassed that I'm telling their name, because then they would advocate, be like, it's not about that, Sage. I know it's not about that. But you know what? The reason I like to call out good people is because it's a commercial to get more good people on board. That's why I like to tell the stories of you good people doing good things, because it's contagious. If I'm like, look, did you see Lauren today gave $20? Did you see Emily Mustard gave $200? Did you see Erica Johnson gave $200? Did you see Katrina Hall gave $10? And may I tell you a little bit about that? I one time had a homeless woman. This is the link where you can donate. I once had a homeless woman come up to me in our day center and hand me her last dollar for the electric bill. That is probably, well, then one guy also gave me $10,000 on PayPal. That was also good. Okay. There were 2 monetary donations that jumped out at me. The guy that donated $10,000 on PayPal, that was crazy ass shit. And the homeless lady who gave me $1 for the electric bill. And may I say, who do you think, whose money was more valuable to them? The guy that gave me 10 grand? Or the lady that gave me her last dollar? The last dollar lady. So I don't know Katrina Hall. I don't know. All I know is $10 is $10, and it could be the world for Katrina. I don't know. I don't know. Katrina could be a billionaire. I don't know. But you see what I'm getting at? Dana Roser, $50. Look at Anonymous, $250. If you don't want your name to be read, then you don't have to. You can anonymous it. Abwe Al-Leber, $50. Julia Sindrick, $200. Renee McDaniel, $100. Julie Massa, $50. See what I'm saying? The reason I do this is because, look, goodness breeds goodness, badness breeds badness. And if I can spread the goodness, absolutely, I believe people are innately good. Evil people, I have determined, are just people that are fucked up. Every evil person I've ever met that have done evil shit, if you follow their line, you understand why they did the evil shit. Probably even Hitler. I'm sure people know that, right? I don't know. He was some weird artist that was fucked up. They should have let him into art school, man. Oh, if you'd only let him into art school. See, that's what happens, man. Don't bully these kids, man. They'll fuck you right up. We have what it takes to make America the America we want it to be. Because you know what? We are living in the America we want. All right? That's the cold, hard truth of it. Most of us are just fine with the America we got. Richard says, I think I need art school. Yeah, I need something, bro. I need something. I need something. I had to give up drinking. I can't eat what I want to eat because I gained too much weight. I just sit around yelling at you people. That's all I got left. Thinking about yoga. I don't know. You're happy with it. And the people who don't have power are suffering, and you give about 0 fucks. I'm sorry. You do. Because you're all like, I don't know what to do. But you know what? I believe in you. Because the Lee family, what are they at right now? What are they at right now? 4,055. Come on, give me some more money. What's the matter with you people? Get over here and donate, goddammit. I want to push the button and see it go up. You're good. You just need a little bit of direction. That's all. And do you know what you're doing right now? You're going to your little DEI meetings, your diversity, equity, and inclusion meetings. And that's good. You're going to eat some food you haven't eaten ever before with somebody you wouldn't normally eat with. That's good. It's good. Now, my money actually is on the conservatives because those fuckers ran right into the Capitol. They were fucking pissed. They don't fuck around. They were coming with their zip ties. They were going to hang people up. I think they would have. If they had found a person, I think we would have seen them. I don't know who they would have hung up. They would have hung up anybody. I think anybody. Pence, Pelosi, AOC. They gave no fucks. They just wanted blood. The people want blood. You know why? Not because they're evil. Because they feel like they're being fucked. Now, the premise was wrong. The election was fine. Okay? They're being misled by an insane madman. Okay? But I love the inspiration. But here's the deal. What is getting your attention is the wrong shit. This right here. The GOP fights mask and vaccine mandates. Florida takes the lead. Okay, this article came out November 17th. Florida lawmakers, at the request of Governor Ron DeSantis, passed new laws sharply curtailing mask and vaccine mandates. Fringe. See, this is how you know that the New York Times is not unbiased. Fringe anti-vaccination views met with little pushback. You see this right here? This sentence right here is raw meat. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is firing you up. Fringe anti-vaccination views met with little pushback. This right here, there's two things going on here. First of all, this sentence, the GOP fights mask vaccine mandates. It's selling newspapers to liberals, okay? And Governor Ron DeSantis is going to be running for president, okay? So what you need to understand here is you are being played. These words right here on this screen is everybody being played. Okay? Now let's go over to Fox News. Let's see what they got. Fox News. Let's see what's on the top of their headline. Washington Post, right my wrongs. Major outlets issue, oh my God, this guy. Jesus. Issued dozens of corrections across years of reporting on debunked anti-Trump dossier. See? You're being played. But Sage, I'm not being played. This stuff is terrible. See? Do you see, though? Can you see how you're being played? Now, you liberals that are on here right now aren't coming over here. You aren't reading this. That sentence doesn't even hardly make any sense to you. Your eyes glaze over. You're like, whatever. I don't even know what that means. Ooh, the Fire Stick. Only $24.99. Don't get the Fire Stick. It's for losers. Let's go into this article. Washington Post, which incidentally, raw meat for conservatives. Washington Post is owned by Bezos. And can you all shut the fuck up right now? I don't need to hear you. Shut up. Bullshit playing on my computer. Washington Post has corrected over a dozen articles related to the Steele dossier. Do you see how this is raw meat for conservatives? Now, again, it's pretty funny though. Look at there. These are all Amazon ads. Isn't that funny? Washington Post is owned by Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos owns Amazon. Amazon is selling you shit, and you're going to go fucking buy it because you are being played. You are being played. Okay? You are being played. Fox News is spinning you into a tizzy as a conservative. You hate these. This is a dog whistle to you guys, to the conservatives. I knew it, that liberal, no good Washington Post run by Jeff Bezos. You're like, oh, look, things at Amazon. And you just go, lengthy editor's note that has become quite common among papers' archives. Washington Post made headlines last week when it corrected and altered two stories. Two stories that inaccurately identified the key source of discredited anti-Trump Steele dossier. You guys, the conservatives, know that word, Steele dossier. But the paper also added edited notes to at least 14 other reports. I knew it. They had it out for Donald Trump all along. They are playing on your emotions. The New York Times is playing on the liberals' emotions. And what you need to know is, it is not for your benefit. It is for their benefit. The papers make money and the politicians get power. And they give zero fucks what happens to you. Look, Ron DeSantis does not care whether you live or die doing that vaccination. He doesn't care if immunocompromised people die because they get the COVID because other people gave it to them. He honestly doesn't care if a few hundred conservatives die, because what he knows is, in a wave of national support by conservatives, you see this right here, out of my body, U.S. out of my body. This picture right here. Now, what you need to understand is, this picture is meant to rile up liberals. And liberals do not care about you either. They're just throwing you raw meat inside your cage and watching you eat each other. They are fine with it all. They are fine with it all. All you liberals think all conservatives are racist. It's the most bullshit cockamamie idea ever. Most conservatives don't think about race one way or another. They live out in the woods. They live on their fucking farm. They haven't seen a black man since 1989 when they watched Run DMC when they were a kid. They don't think about it. Race is not on their heart. They're like, they're convinced that you liberals are all fucking communists. Nobody even knows what a communist is. You guys are calling each other names. You don't know anything? You have no idea what's going on? And they're playing you. They are playing you to make money and to gain power while you eat your common man. When you eat your brothers and sisters, they're basically throwing you raw humans in your cage to eat. They throw out a bunch of stories, they see what gets your interest, and then they just grind it into you. The conservatives, they just constantly push you into a frenzy of which they don't really care. Because they have convinced you that it is the black man or the rich man that is your enemy, when all along they are the enemy. They are the enemy. Now, I would tell you to go kill them, because apparently now that's what we're doing. There's some conservative guy that they're talking about killing politicians. Politicians are talking about killing other politicians now. So I guess that's fine. I guess that's where we're at, is we're like, yeah, we should go kill the politicians. They don't care. But I am not telling you to kill politicians, because it will actually just play into their hand all the more. You start killing politicians and you're going to be enjoying the comforts of a military state. If you get too good at it, all your rights will be taken away. They take your rights away any chance they get. 9/11, take away your rights. The Freedom Act, Patriot Act, or whatever the fuck that thing was called. They cover up mass extermination, 70 people. Who can kill 70 women and children better than the U.S. Army? Nobody. Nobody can. Nobody can. But you're outraged by Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse. They've got you right where they want you. You hate Rittenhouse when you should hate them. But the thing is, you can't even believe you just barely believe what I'm saying. I can't get you to hate them because you're so wrapped up in hating your fellow citizen. But Sage, have you seen that Rittenhouse? No, man. Did you see how there is, look, here, can I show you? Look, I'm proud of this.
I'm over here.
Wait. I'm proud of this. Look at me. I blew up on TikTok. Look at this. What do I got on this, sugar? I got 5,000 hearts on this video. Watch this shit. Watch it. You're going to watch it.
Harley's camp, and I wanted to show you around. Harley is newer to the tent camping scene. The winter is particularly challenging. Harley, how long have you been in a tent?
Well, I've been out here for about, 2 weeks.
About 2
Okay, I just want to say, I'm going to go through maybe some of the comments if we have time, but people are totally dissing on this woman for being homeless for 2 weeks. Get a job is what they say. Get off of drugs and get a job. She's been homeless for 2 fucking weeks. Can't you give her one break? One little break? Nope.
2 weeks.
But I've been in a tent before, but I've never done it by myself.
You've never done it by yourself, and you're going into winter. Well, what I love is...
This is my first winter by myself.
The first winter... And what?
My first winter outside.
How you feeling?
Pretty good. It's kind of cold, but I've mastered the fire pit.
You've started a fire. First of all, you put your tent right by this the barrel, which is great. You're using this insulation.
The barrel by this.
What's that?
I brought the barrel here.
You brought the barrel here.
Over there.
Yeah. You're always, and then you got places where people can come and hang out. You're insulating below and on top. And this year we have heater.
Okay. This is a tent over at the Houseless Movement garden. I'm calling it the garden. And Harley is living over there, and she's doing a wonderful job. She's a wonderful resident at the garden. She cleans up all the time. She's super nice. Everybody likes her. And here, let me just get you some of these comments. You don't need to look at them. Let's see. This person says, you just trying to get Harley's soiled drawers. So resourceful, yet can't hold it down a job. Where does the extension cord go? That's nothing bad. I mean, we supply it. Looks like someone camping in their backyard. If only there were jobs available. Let's see. Where? Well, anyways, look, it's hundreds of comments. This guy says, let it rain. Every house drops by tens of thousands of dollars with homeless camps in sight. So, yeah, it's just people bashing Harley for being homeless for 2 weeks. There it is. So, the thing about it is, the people that hate Harley align with the government because the government hates Harley. Harley is just a drain on society. And so the government can look at these people and be like, look, it's hurting property values. Look, the neighbors are upset. That's how our camp got shut down. Our village got shut down. The people that live in the low-income senior housing, which incidentally are rent-free, former homeless and drug addicts, got us, mostly us, they got it shut down. And the city was like, look, the neighbors hate them. These haters give the government cover. You can be like, look, these people hate these people because the government hates them. Do you see? These hateful people are how the government does what it does. They're like, look, all these people hate these people. All these people hate the immigrants. All these people hate services for poor people. Nothing I can do. I'm just doing what the people want, which is what the government wants, because they don't want these people. They don't care if they die because they don't vote. They're not particularly loud, and if it's a do-gooder thing, it's usually run by some passive, flaccid liberal that doesn't do shit. We have to vote these fuckers out, people. We have to vote them out. And not on top, and you've heard that before, but what I'm going to add is you need to run. You need to run for office. Get your dog to run for office. You run for office. Your grandma run for office. Your kid run for office. Everybody fucking run for office. And then they'll call it a circus. Then, the apologists for the government be like, oh, it's a circus. It's a circus. You'll see it. No, fucker, that's democracy. That's the people running their own government, which is what this whole thing was supposed to be. No, it's a circus. We need professionals. We need people with experience. Oh, yeah? You think the people with experience are doing such a fucking good job? Look, we need to rise up. We don't need to kill people. We don't need to loot. It's going to make it worse. Take your anger and fucking run for office. Get people to vote. You need to get people to vote. That is the game. That's the only way we win. Vote, fuckers. All right, everybody, I love you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Sage and the Houseless Movement, a weekly show dedicated to the news and views of the homeless locally and worldwide.